Hi, Panda here, and Elder Scrolls Online, ESO, has recently added something called Seasons, which are basically a bit like battle passes from other games, called Tamriel Tomes. Now, I just wanted a quick chat about what is expected, what you can get, and how this battle pass system works for Elder Scrolls Online, because obviously it's very different to what Elder Scrolls usually does. Elder Scrolls Online usually has what's called chapters, which add like a new zone, a new story each year, but you sort of just pay. It's just basically it's just an expansion, old school expansion. But now they've shifted away from that and doing seasons, which roughly every 3 months. They said there might be some changes. Now, to start off with, this is very much like your battle pass from games like Fortnite. If you played Fortnite or any other sort of free-to-play games, usually have a battle pass system, although there are some premium games that have battle pass systems as well. So in Elder Scrolls Online, you'll be given challenges. There's like a seasonal challenges, there's weekly challenges, but they just keep adding them. They don't disappear for those 3 months. And when you complete a challenge, you'll get some currency that you can spend in the Tamriel Tomes to unlock different items from the different pages of the battle pass. And the things you can get are like armor styles, skill effects, mounts, loot crates, and more, and pets, of course. You've got to have some pets in there. Now, how good is Season 0's Tamriel Tome? Depends on if you think the things are overpriced in Elder Scrolls Online, because I thought there wasn't quite enough variation in Season 0, but at the same time, compared to how some items are priced in the Crown Store, you might actually be getting a bargain here, because as you might have seen, like outfits and armor styles, and especially mounts, are very overpriced in the Crown Store, to the point where like not quite sure why you'd buy anything from the Crown Store. It's just ridiculously too steep for a game that isn't even free to play, even though the price is really cheap at this point. So that's a little bit of a sore part of this, but I think you do get more of a bargain here because you do get more stuff. Like there's a couple of mounts, a couple of pets, obviously more restricted to what's in the battle pass, but you do unlock something called trade bars, which you can spend at the bazaar, which is like this store with this currency, another currency, just to make things more confusing here. And there's a list of different things to buy there, and there's some good stuff in there. Obviously, you might need to save up quite a few trade bars to buy like a new mount and that, but that does give you some more options. So basically, instead of the battle pass, the Tamriel Tome, having set things, they throw these currencies, so you're basically choosing which items you would like to get from this battle pass. And I think that's quite a neat idea. Kind of how like Fortnite gives you like the V-Bucks, but usually most people who play Fortnite use the V-Bucks to buy the next battle pass. Whereas here you just always have to buy the battle pass. There doesn't seem to be a way to earn enough stuff in the current Tamriel Tome to buy next season's Tamriel Tome. I think you have to pony up the money and buy it again. And yeah, like I said, there's quite a few different things in here. Obviously, you don't know what you're getting in the loot crates. I don't have much luck with the loot crates. I usually end up just getting more potions. I have so many healing potions. It's ridiculous. But you might get lucky. You might get a really cool mount or outfit. It's a bit of a gamble. I don't like loot crates. I'd rather just know what you're getting. Same thing, I don't like blind boxes. So that's a bit of a negative. I do like the variation of the challenges. I think they could be improved. They could be a bit more interesting. Like some of them are just a bit like go and gather 15 pieces of wood. And you can do these quite a few times. I think that one you can do like 6 different times. And it's a bit whatever. But some of them do encourage you to go to areas that you might not visit as often. And because everyone's doing the challenge, it's quite nice to see, oh, there's more people in Hrothgar or Hughes Bane. Do you mean? Sorry if I'm butchering any of the names here. So that's pretty handy. And yeah, overall, it has potential. Visually, the UI, I don't like the look of the Tamriel Tome. It's all little logos and then you have to hold another button to preview it. I kind of wish it just gave you big previews or images in the box, and especially when you've got like certain outfits on or weapon, it's really hard to see sometimes, like what does this actually look like. I know you can preview it, but when it's like you've got a new belt buckle, you know what, just give me a big picture of the belt buckle instead of trying to look at my character, this tiny little thing compared to the rest of the outfit. I mean, it'd be so much easier to flick through this Tamriel Tome battle pass and go, so that's what that looks like, and not have to load the preview up for each thing. Like, just give me a screenshot, to be honest, or a small animation or what it is. And that's a small pet peeve. I just think it's not visually like what again, because I've had to look through it a few times to go, is the stuff in here worth it? Do I want to buy it? Because it's not something you can quickly flick through and go, oh yeah, look at this stuff. You have to go load it up. It's like, oh, load up this. There's some cool furniture added in there. Okay, I say cool. It's nice that there's lots of furniture you can get, because furniture can be quite expensive. But at the moment, when I went through, it was like, here's 12 different looking books. I'm going, I don't really need more books for my house, but there might be some people out there that love that. Anyway, that's about it. Would I recommend buying it? It really depends on how much you play Elder Scrolls Online and what you're after. If you're after some of the cool mounts, I've got a friend that's going to buy it because it's got the wolf mount, so that's cool. But if you're into like furniture, might be a little bit disappointed. Or if you're into armor styles, there's so many armor styles that you can unlock already. Like, there was nothing in this Tamriel Tome and went, wow, look how cool that armor is. I was a bit like, I looked through and went, well, I won't be using that. Am I going to buy it? Maybe. I'm going to give it a month or two before the season runs out, as long as I buy it before the end of the season. And if you do buy the season, you can complete the season, the Tamriel Tome, anytime you want as well. Like, it's not restricted. It's not like, oops, sorry, the 3 months over. Now, if you only got the free version will disappear. So if you want to spend longer trying to unlock everything in this Tamriel Tome, you have to buy it. There's like a premium one that comes with some extra bonuses, but that's a lot more expensive, so that's up to you. Like I said, it all depends on how much you play Elder Scrolls and what sort of things you're after. If you're after all like these resources for crafting and stuff, you might get more out of it. Like if you cover all the different aspects, like are you into battling, into housing, into PvP, into PvE, and all, I've lost count of all the different things you can do in Elder Scrolls Online, it might be worth it. You really have to go through and look yourself, and hopefully in this video we'll be showing some of the footage here, and I might have to repeat it to fill this video because I've spoken longer than I thought I was going to about this subject. So there you go. Worth going to have a look and looking through this video and seeing, hey, does some of this stuff look like it'll appeal to me? Also depends on how much you play Elder Scrolls. So I've been Panda, thank you for watching. I want to give a big shout out to our patrons and Ko-fi donations, and Twitch subscribers, thank you for supporting the channel, and remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.